Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, and you know what? I may be on defense right now, but that's only going to be for one more game, because we're playing the Super Bowl today with the Crusaders.
Yep.
But, because I'm going on offense, starting with the Pro Bowl, here's a little sample of what some of the offense might look like.
Okay.
So I have it zoomed way out here because this is a very wide formation. But basically, this is a full house with two wide receivers.
Okay, one on the outside and another one on the outside?
Yeah, the two outermost players are wide receivers 1 and 2.
Yep.
And, of course, we're playing in the Lifers Practice League here.
But that's halfback.
That's
ball.
halfback ball. That's right. Because this is a full house formation, and as you can see, it has two fullbacks and a halfback.
Yep.
And I have motioned the halfback out to the slot because this is kind of like a passing formation or passing situation.
Yep.
And in fact, oddly enough, even though it's a full house formation, I use it a lot as a passing formation anyway. And to that end, I actually added one more package, substitution package, to our profile too.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So in this formation now, with the simple use of that substitution package, I went from having two fullbacks and a halfback to having three halfbacks.
Oh.
So yes, Polk is halfback 3, Gaines is halfback 2.
Ah.
And so basically all I did was I had them in the substitution package. I substituted fullback 1 for halfback 2,
yep,
and fullback 2 for halfback 3.
Yep.
And of course, halfback 1 stays halfback 1. But anyway, this formation can be run out of reasonably effectively too. But in this particular case, I'm not sure what the down and yardage is. If you want to look at the chain gang there. It is second down and about 9 or almost 10, actually.
Yeah, almost 10.
So kind of a passing situation, and I decided to, throw a short pass. And so I've used elements, actually, from a couple of different plays. On the left side, you'll see, if you want to run it a little bit, you'll see that the wide receiver runs that wheel route that you use in the curls play.
Yep.
And the slot receiver, i.e. the halfback, well, he runs that spot route.
Okay.
But, of course, they're very closely covered. And if you look at the wide receiver on the right, if you want to back up again, okay, he is basically running a out over there, a square out.
Right.
And what I've done with the guys in the backfield, of course, is I run the left halfback, I guess, who would be the left fullback, off to the flat to clear out the middle. And then you'll notice that Gaines manages to sneak through the line. Right? He has a little bit of trouble there. He bumps with a couple of guys, but look at this.
Oh.
So he's running kind of like a post pattern out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Right? And of course, the way this play works is I more or less am looking at the left side first because I want to throw to the slot guy running that curl first, usually, because that is sort of the dead spot between the two short zones. If a corner's playing a flat zone on the outside and you have a linebacker or something playing a hook zone toward the middle, well, that's where that dead spot between those two zones is.
Yep.
Right? But since it's man-to-man coverage, well, all three of the guys going to the left side of the field are covered, and I'm not going to make much on any of those if I try to throw to them. And of course, like the wide receiver running the that's actually a hook, a homemade hook pattern. That's what he's running.
Yeah, it's a hook out.
Yeah, it's a hook out, but homemade.
But it looks like the linebacker's in there with the zone.
Yeah, well, they have the linebacker playing the flat zone over there as well. So
the only guy you really can throw to on this play is Gaines.
The only guy I really can throw to is Gaines, but I sent all 5 receivers out into the pattern, so it's pretty tough for them to cover. And it looks as though they're playing a one deep kind of a thing here. So they're playing probably a man flats.
Yep.
Right?
Man flats with one deep.
With one deep. And so that's what allows me to clear out the middle and throw that short pass over the middle, which is basically a short post.
Yep.
That being said, sometimes if you go back and see that Gaines had to fight his way through, because if they have the defensive line shifted the way that they do here, so that he engages the tackle at that particular spot, well, you know, Gaines has to kind of fight his way past that first, right?
Yep.
But that being said, that might have also helped him to shake the coverage from number 24 a little bit too. Right? So, anyway, and he's got nice inside position there, and because it's man-to-man coverage with flat zones, you know, everybody has moved out of the middle so that the middle is wide open for me to toss that short pass over the middle too.
Yep.
Which picks up a nice gain. And so that's one of the pass plays that I have drawn. And of course I had to draw a mirror of it. But anyway, we got one more little sample to look at too.
All right.
Out of this formation as well.
Sounds good.
So we'll pause for just a moment.
And we're back, and it looks like we have a mirror of the last replay.
Yeah, except that this is a different play. But anyway, if you look at the two down backs now, I think they are still the halfback 2 and 3, right?
Yep.
And what I'll do is I'll use that package in what I think are passing situations. And you can see that the wreckers there have 3 guys clustered in the middle.
Yep.
Right? So they're obviously up to something. They've got probably man-to-man coverage on everybody.
Yeah, this almost looks like it's man under 2.
Yeah. And then they might possibly have like one of those linebackers playing a short zone or something. But anyway, what I did here is I motioned the halfback 1, who actually lines up in more or less the standard depth, right?
Yeah, he'd be about here.
Yeah, he's about 5 yards behind the quarterback. I didn't move him closer the way that I did the fullbacks because I just think that standard depth for the halfback is better for different run plays that you can do with the halfback, right?
Fair enough.
But anyway, I decided to set this up, and I was lucky I got the right type of coverage. And so if you want to run this, you'll notice now that right away the outside wide receiver is just running a hitch.
Yep.
So he basically just turns around right at the line of scrimmage. And you see the other 2 guys who would be playing the fullback positions, they both stay into block.
Yep.
Because I'm not trying to throw a pass over the middle at all. And as it turns out, I needed it because they were, in fact, sending an extra guy in the middle, right?
Yep, it's this guy.
Yeah, and
that's the left outside linebacker.
Yeah, and so you see how he breaks down the line there and slips through the gap, but the blocking running back, cuts him off, right?
In fact, actually, that might be middle linebacker, so because this might be left outside linebacker covering this guy.
Yeah. But anyway, I managed to get the throw out there, and that is the Sandman 99 corner route, of course.
Yep, and that linebacker can't keep up with Ball because Ball has 88 speed.
Yeah, he does a pretty good job, though. I mean, he doesn't get beaten badly.
It's just enough.
It's just enough. But again, running that little hitch route with the outside receiver on, down there keeps the corner down close to the line of scrimmage, so he can't do anything about this when I throw this ball, right?
He's in a good position to watch that completed pass,
Yeah,
though.
He's in a good position to watch that, but he's basically staying close to the receiver that he's supposed to be covering, right?
If you had to, you could throw it to him, though, because he's not even looking.
Yeah, I know, but he'd turn around and tackle him. And the only other feature to look at here, of course, is that I'm running the Rec V5X slant on the left side there.
Right.
Although that receiver didn't really come open so much.
Yeah, he's pretty tightly covered.
He looked like
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, he's pretty tightly covered on this one. I might be able to force that in if I really wanted to.
You'd have to lead it down.
But I figured that I had a better shot with the longer route on the right anyway.
Yeah, you have a lot more room on this
And
route.
and I am the mad bomber, so like I would rather throw the longer pass anyway. But you'll notice that the wreckers were playing kind of a too deep zone here with the safeties. So while this play was still a completion, it could have been much worse, because assuming that I had beaten that linebacker cleanly, at least that safety was in a position where he could like go over and prevent this from turning into a touchdown, right?
Yeah, even with his crappy line of pursuit.
Yeah, even with his crappy line of pursuit. But anyway, this is something that I'm sort of planning on using a little bit, well, with the lifers when we play them.
Yep.
Particularly. Mainly because we have, a variety of different running backs with different skill sets on that team.
Wow, there's a little clipping here, too.
Yeah.
Completely unnecessary. Buddy's trying to take your yards away.
Yeah.
But fortunately, the ref's facing the other way, too.
Yeah, well, everybody's looking at the completed pass. And, of course, that's like when I say that's the Sandman 99 corner. Of course, he takes the 45 cut at the line toward the middle of the field and then runs straight ahead 3 spaces.
Yep.
And then he basically turns and runs toward the sideline 1 space below the top.
Yeah, and I gotta say there, that linebacker Zala, he's actually pretty quick.
He's a gigantic too. Look at the size of that guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
because Ball is halfback sized.
Yeah, I think that the Wreckers actually have some good players on defense. It's just that again, it's that situation where it's play calling, right?
Yeah, the play calling on the Wreckers. The Wreckers defensive coordinator needs to be fired and replaced with
Rec V5X. Actually, you know what? I think that the problem with a lot of the defensive play calling in this is that, like in this formation, I showed 2 wide receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to send out like a standard 4-3 defense because, like that is kind of the accepted thing to do against 2 wide receivers. However, when you motion Ball out of the backfield, suddenly now you change from a 2 wide receiver set to basically what amounts to a 3 wide receiver set.
Yeah.
And now suddenly you're trying to cover 3 wide receivers with only 2 corners.
I don't know. Basically, as a result of the fact that this is something that can be done, this is why I play exclusively a nickel defense. Whenever there are 2 wide receivers on the field, I play a nickel defense.
That's right.
Actually, I only come out in a 4-3 if there's 1 wide receiver.
That's what I was going to say too, is that my defensive philosophy is you play the equivalent of a 4-3 against 1 wide receiver, and you play a nickel against 2 wide receivers, and you play a dime against 3 or more wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to be able to match those players on the field for coverage.
Yeah.
And the fact is, the AI teams usually don't run the ball enough to, need to worry about having those bigger players.
Well, and you have to also realize that even the standard nickel formation, the out-of-the-box standard nickel formation, is like the best defense against the run in this game.
Well, you do have a cornerback who's trying to play a linebacker position, though, which can be something that could be exploited by a strong running team.
But you also have those linebackers in those gaps.
But like I said, the AI doesn't usually run the ball enough for either of us to have to take them seriously as a running threat anyway.
Yeah.
Usually their pass to run ratio is like at least 2-to-1 in favor of the pass. And, also we tend to draft, this is a trend started by you, of course, we tend to draft bigger players to play defensive back anyway.
Yes. So
we have linebackers, we have fast linebackers playing safety and fast safeties playing cornerback.
That's right.
So, we tend to have, even if you're playing
our corners can hit for 75 tackling.
Yeah, even if you're playing a nickel defense, you basically, that nickel corner is almost like a linebacker out there anyway.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's what I wanted to show off a little bit today. So without further ado, I think we need to move on to the Super Bowl.
I just want to say I'd put a defensive end at safety if I could.
Yes, you would.
And we're back.
Yes, and just need to check one thing before we start.
Oh?
Yes, and we want to have a look at the morale of our 2 problem child players here.
I hate this place.
Yeah, Lake Green is very unhappy. You gave him some playing time in the playoff game, and it made him worse, which is really strange. But anyway. And, of course, we've got Golston. And he actually improved a little bit. So he says he's good right now.
Well, he got to see lots of field time.
Yes, he did. So basically, we've got a problem with Lake Green. We'll have to see if that persists. Maybe if we win the Super Bowl here, he'll get a little bit happier again. And
yeah, well, we'll just give him a raise or whatever.
Yeah, well, he's got a 5-year contract, though.
Yeah, we'll still give him a raise or whatever. We can always re-sign him for a 1-year contract.
Yeah. Okay, and here we are. We're playing the Arizona Stingers in the Super Bowl.
I'll handle his contract, and I'll see just how low I can push that fucking number.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, here we go with the Arizona Stingers. So
yeah, they're a tough team. They've got a really good safety.
Well, they tend to be a well-coached team as well.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, like they make all the same mistakes that all the other AI teams make, but not as often.
Yeah, basically.
And they tend to play a little more, you know, like 2 safeties back and that kind of thing.
And they blitz a ton too.
Yeah.
That's probably part of why they leave the 2 safeties back.
You know, let's see here. Rec V5X on offense.
Yep.
Here, I thought you'd love that package, that 3 halfback package, but
Oh, I'm not opposed to it. I just, you know, I have 2 really speedy fullbacks that I'm training up. So, I've got to give them playtime.
There we go. The last time for a while with the monster defense.
Yeah, we better make sure to run the ball a lot today.
So, anyway, there's your mark to beat for next season. 4.1 points allowed per game.
There's your mark to beat for next season. 3,398 yards rushing.
Ha! That'll never happen. Like I said, I've been enjoying more success running the ball with this new offense that I've been using than ever before. And you know how you get 300 yards on the ground in a game?
Sometimes.
Well, I had a good game. I got about 160 yards on the ground, and that was a very good game. And nobody on the team had 100 yards individually.
It
was
good.
Basically running by committee, right?
Hey, whatever works, right? Whatever works.
Yeah. And here we go with the big presentation. We'll let the presentation roll, eh? Because
why not?
It is the Super Bowl after all.
They got number 1 at quarterback.
Yeah.
Someone else wins the title. And that's exactly what's going to happen here tonight.
It's red versus yellow.
Yep. And the Stingers win the toss and elect to receive. And it really doesn't matter which end we pick because we're playing in a dome.
This is what everyone's been waiting for all season long as we get ready to get the Super Bowl started.
And the Stingers are the first non-all Madden team
to make it to the Super Bowl.
Whoops. Not offensive, defensive audibles.
Well, they must have basically managed to spare themselves largely of injuries.
Could be. Well, I mean, I think it could be also a combination of 2 different things. One of them being that some of the all Madden teams are starting to slide now. And also some of the middle echelon teams are, you know, getting better, right?
Yeah. Although definitely I think what happened to some of the all Madden teams is they just had tons and tons and tons of injuries.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I couldn't believe the number of injuries some of them had.
Well, that's what happens when you have a team full of aging players too, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. All Madden players tend to be older. Not all of them, but they tend to be.
Well, I mean, the bad men in particular, they had that retirement at tight end there where Will Crosby retired. And after that, like, we play them twice every season because they're in our division, right?
Yep.
And after that, I mean, it was just like...
I mean, before that, they were pretty awful, too. I think they're just a badly coached team.
Yeah. But they did have that passing game over the middle with him that they just don't have anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a superstar player that they can throw the ball to over the middle.
A superstar player that can prop up their terrible coaching.
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10.
Although I don't think we ever lost a game to them. So, you know, there's that. They've always been the weakest All Madden team in my opinion.
Yeah.
Going to the air on 1st down.
Wow, that was a backward pass. He's lucky he caught that.
Especially because it was thrown to the fullback.
That was a perfect throw. He put just enough air under that pass to lead his receiver to that long connection.
Yikes.
2nd and long.
Yeah, to that long connection of 5 yards.
That long connection of -1 yard, yeah.
I see John did a little bit of pre-smoking before the game.
Yep.
Gets the pass off with the
Oh, he threw it over the spy there.
At the 29.
John is pre-cooked.
That's absolutely right. Everything's bigger. Everything's brighter.
Ah, okay. Pre-cooked.
Yeah.
It's all the big games you
Yeah,
ever played
okay.
rolled into one.
Dropping back with the
I
throw.
fell down.
His pass is completed. He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about
Well, that's
your
okay. You're
completion.
forcing them to take
That's what
short
happened
stuff
there.
over the middle,
He
so
unloaded and he
it'll
got
take
it
them
completed.
forever to get down the field.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Okay, fullback slot receiver.
Throwing on 1st down. Pressure. Slings it out to the left. Mills makes the tackle at the 42-yard line.
He threw that to the cornerback was playing the flat zone on that side, eh?
Yeah. It's rare to see quarterbacks in this game call audibles. Very rare.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. They need 6. Spence sends a man in motion.
Oh, that's Landon Spence, that's why. That's an all Madden quarterback.
Yep.
Number 50 records the stop at the 48. And that gain will get them a fresh set of...
Well, they're coming out there tricky and tough.
Oh,
Right.
What team did Spence play for? Was it the Bad Men?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or was it
1st and 10.
I'm trying to remember now.
But yeah, he's like an all Madden quality quarterback.
The backs are lined up in a 9. It's the toss to the left. Now that's a stiff one. Jones brings him down at the 47. Quick, didn't get any help from his offensive line.
It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield.
Okay,
Just
well.
as soon as you snap the ball.
They need to reach the 38-yard line to convert.
Yeah, if I recall, I almost think he was a backup quarterback for one of the all Madden teams.
We'll get the call again. Jefferson is the guy.
Which means he's probably 99 overall anyways.
46-yard line.
Yep.
Minimal gain there, and it looks like he's going to go to the sideline for at least a couple of plays.
Oh, they've tired out their running back, have they?
Yes, they have. They have tired out their running back.
They need to reach the 38-yard line to convert. Weaver is the deep back. Mathis, the motion man.
Oh, we got our safety sneaking down to the line there. What the hell are you doing?
Back. Gets rid of it.
He didn't throw it to that side anyways.
Incomplete pass. So that one flutters incomplete.
Well, there you go.
Well, we had a couple of chances at an interception there, but they just couldn't find the handle. I think both of those guys had a chance to intercept that pass.
Well, you know, here in the Crusaders, we pride ourselves on, you know, using the jar of oil over the jar of stickum and having a large amount of employment programs for people with hook hands.
Yep. Well, because the defensive philosophy here isn't making a play on the ball. The idea is you want to deflect the receiver so he can't catch the ball, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Oh my.
Okay.
Okay. Starting
We're
off.
starting off with this then.
Oh, there now. There. This looks like a safe. Nope, it's not a safety blitz. He was faking it.
With the throw.
Well, I just totally pressed the wrong button there.
And good pressure forced him to get
Whoops.
rid of the pass early.
Every quarterback needs a little time to look over the
Totally
field.
did not mean to do that.
He wasn't given
They're
any
messing
time
with
at
you
all.
already.
Yeah, they're trying to do this. So that guy was so dumbfounded that I threw it. I was dumbfounded that I threw it at him. He was probably dumbfounded that I threw it at him.
Yeah, you're probably lucky you didn't throw an interception there.
Yeah.
He just unloaded on it.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
But that's okay. On that last pass play that they attempted, it could have been intercepted
When
twice.
that steam coming off it.
Mills in motion.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Halfback.
That guy just ran right around everybody.
24-yard line. Trying to find
That's
something in the
okay.
middle. Nothing open.
I tell you, the guys up front got outworked on that one. They got knocked off the line and they never recovered.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Number 35, the man in motion. Hands it off.
He slid off of his block.
Allen couldn't even get out of the backfield.
This defense is extremely active and effective.
What are we
up
gonna
front.
do?
They do a
What are
good
you gonna
job of
do?
getting
Well,
upfield quickly,
I don't know.
creating havoc
You
in
could put that
backfield.
3 halfback
This
package
direction
out there
play
and
for
see if you can
Ross
throw a
would be good
pass.
way to use their speed and aggressiveness
Or
against
not.
them.
Stingers come out in a dime package. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Well, that guy's playing a really big cushion on Rhodes.
He surveys the field, passes left.
Yeah.
Sullivan with the stop at the 35-yard
Yeah, why come out in the full house to throw that when I can come out in 3 wide receivers and throw that?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just a different look, right?
And Herman almost never gets the ball. So I'm sure he was happy about that.
Calling an audible.
Going to try a little running to the left, are you?
Yeah, well, there's star-strong safeties on the right.
Yep.
What's his name again?
Damon Sawyer.
Yeah, Damon Sawyer.
Yeah, he's out there, number 48. Sneaking up to the line in the middle, right there.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
And now he's backing up again.
Dropping back. Throws it out over to the left. Hand.
Did you make it easily?
I don't know.
40-yard line.
Oh, come on.
No, I guess they spotted you half a yard short.
Yeah.
Play instead of trying something fancy, like going for a pick.
Going to try and ram it down the middle, are you?
Gonna try.
Number 86.
Oh.
Stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Escaped the pursuit and was cut down quickly.
These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
Very shallow punt.
Oh, they got a holding penalty, too. That'll back them up a little bit.
Yeah, that was their second string strong safety getting that one.
It's 1st and 10. Boston makes the stop at the 19. No place to run on that one.
And the thing is, when you don't get underneath the defensive line, you're not going to have the leverage that's needed to knock them off the ball. And that time, the defense had all the leverage.
Started off playing a lot of zone defense, so we'll play a little bit of man coverage here for a bit. Just to kind of change things up. Oh, look at that. Broke that tackle. Wow.
Brings him down.
Holding.
Okay.
The 30.
Okay, well, I'll accept the penalty. It'll wipe out that gain from the broken tackle there.
You know, the thing is, quick there is also a bit of a problem for a running back.
Yeah, he is. He's a
Could be one of those
powerful running back. Yeah.
And actually also fast.
They'll go from the I formation. Goes with a short pass to the right side. Terry pulls him down from behind the line.
Well,
They can throw that pass again.
yes, they could.
Makes your quarterback a sitting duck. Got to give him a little extra protection on his play.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Drops back. Pressure coming. Flings it to the outside.
Well, Edwards.
Thomas will stop just short of the first down marker on that.
Yeah, just short. He's
Yeah,
just short. He's
See,
just
Al is pre-cooked too, okay?
Yeah, he's just 18 yards short of the first down marker. Look at this. You see how this play developed, right? The defensive end takes number 61, who's supposed to be my offensive lineman.
Yep.
So I just keep going around the outside.
Until you take his offensive line.
Yeah, until I take his offensive lineman, and then
Get hit on the quarterback.
Yep.
See, I bet you that John and Al here are indulging in some hallucinogenics, okay?
They probably started like well before the pre-game show.
Yeah, probably.
Defense forces a 3 and out. Here's the kick.
Wow, that's a line drive. I can't even get to it.
This one goes out of bounds.
Well, better to let it bounce.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Oh, double coverage on Mills.
Now they're changing the coverage entirely.
Yep. Well, they're going to audible to respond to your audible, right?
Number 55 records the stop at the 49-yard line.
There, 5 yards is more like it.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Allen.
Oh, you found the little crack to slip through there.
Yep.
So he picks up about 5 on that run, moving the chains in the process.
The line did a great job there.
Now, Calvin Allen is a pretty agile running back.
The first down.
Yep.
And if he needs to change directions, he can.
Comes in motion. Allen.
Well, he managed to do it again, but that number
Cornerback.
34 there, he was a little bit more awake this time.
Yeah, I think that was the cornerback, wasn't it?
Yep. Came all the way in.
That means that Mills missed his block. See, Mills, this is why we don't throw the ball to you. Because you can't block.
Number 35.
Should take lessons from Heinz Ward.
You don't throw the ball to Mills because you don't throw the ball anyway, right?
Gives the ball off.
Oh, there's Damon Sawyer stopping you.
He got
Yeah.
hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to his stadium.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Well, you need to do something that's going to get you a first down.
Play, they have to get it to the 35-yard line for a new first. Stingers come out in a nickel package. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Okay, looks like man coverage, and it looks like your Coleman is probably going to be. I don't see anybody lined up over him.
Dropping back. Throws it.
No, his guy was apparently that linebacker.
Yeah.
Just didn't lock on him.
Watch it here.
I didn't have enough room to throw it to him there anyways, so.
Oh, I see. They were using the sideline as a 12th man.
Yeah.
First down.
John would be so happy.
Yep.
They'll pass on first down. Rolling. And this pass is
Hey, you just threw a pass to Mills.
26. Mills makes the catch.
It was pure coincidence.
Yep. Well, it's a scoreless first quarter.
Goes in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
Well, we're keeping the clock running.
Yeah, well, we've each only had the ball twice, right? This is your second possession, and the Stingers have had the ball twice as well.
Stingers come out in a nickel package, directing traffic. Number 35, the man in motion. off to the tailback.
I just couldn't get into that gap cleanly.
I'll tell you one thing, he's going to feel that in the morning.
Too bad.
Oh, well.
They're just trying to get this run established. And you can get a
3rd and 5.
Opens things up for the other options you have on offense.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Looks like he's changing the play.
What the hell is that guy doing way out there?
I don't know. Maybe he's blitzing. Wow, they were sure blitzing from that side. Hey, they had at least 2 coming from that extra coming from that side.
Well, that's all right. Although I got flattened by Damon Sawyer there.
It doesn't seem to matter what they're calling out there. When it gets to 3rd down, it's about to be 1st down.
Calling an audible. Number 35 goes in motion. Hand it off.
I actually audibled back to this.
Hey, look at that. You managed to force your way in for the touchdown.
Yeah.
That's one thing that they didn't really have in this game, though, was like if you were watching an actual game, if you watch the end of this play, you see that, you know, like the safety, Sawyer, is right there.
Yep.
But he isn't able to do anything.
That's right. Yep.
Whereas in a real game, he would have put his shoulder into Allen there and shoved him out of bounds, right?
Yeah, well, they would have worked together by any means necessary.
They would have, the two of them would have worked together to stop him from getting into the end zone there.
That's right.
It's just that he didn't have an animation there. All he had was the stumble around animation.
Yeah.
Which is too bad, right?
In for the extra point.
Yeah, no, that's where you plow into the back of your teammate, and even if you break his neck, if you push the other guy out of bounds, it's okay.
Well, I suppose in theory, you know, that's where, as a player, you might take control of one of those players and hope that it was him, and then use either, you know, like the accelerate button or even the hit stick to try and, you know, stop the ball carrier, right?
Assuming you don't just get sucked into that animation anyways.
Assuming that you don't get trapped into that animation anyways. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I could have burned another minute and a half off the clock.
1st and 10. Quick, in the backfield. Spence sends a man in motion. Number 52 pulls him down.
Well, there's Nipper over there, the safety, making the tackle.
Wearing down a bit here in the first half.
These defensive linemen have a tough job. You'll see them wear down a bit. Heck, on a given play, a defensive lineman can get blocked by the guard and the center. Then have to face a running back coming at him full speed.
Quick, the lone setback. Spence with a man in motion. Looking upfield. Big tackle there for Lawson. Great pursuit there, John.
You can say that again.
Yes, it was. It was great pursuit.
And it really pays off when you make stops like that.
7 yards to go.
Actually, it looked to me like it was mostly a big scrum with a bunch of guys at the line of scrimmage all piled up, right?
Under pressure.
Uh-oh.
Nope, couldn't get to it.
Overthrown.
Well, there might have been a little bit of pass defense or pass interference going on over here too, right? Because just watch this, how Mills plays this.
Yeah, the Super Bowl controversy.
Yeah, you know why? You know why he didn't catch that? Because he could not finish running his pattern. He couldn't. There was nothing wrong with the way. In fact, that ball went right by his hands, right?
Yeah.
But I think that you know, like Mills being right where he was, that's he interfered with him running that route, right?
But they pretty rarely call defensive pass interference in this game.
Yeah. Well, if there is such a thing in this game, I would say that is it.
Yeah.
I think defensive pass interference against Matt Mills on that one.
The funny thing is they'll call it like crazy in Madden 04, so they just retune the penalties so that they don't call defensive penalties in this game very much. Another rare one you rarely ever see is roughing the passer. I'm always surprised when I see that one.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a shocker when it happens, right?
Because it never happens.
Stingers come out in a nickel package. Changing
They come out in a nickel package, and then they immediately crowd the line.
Yeah. Oh, well. It looks like they've got everybody here pretty well covered anyways. You're,
first down. With the pass.
Throw it to Marshall.
you're looking at throwing a short pass for 3 or 4 yards there.
46-yard line. Quarterback really let loose with that throw.
That pass was really gunned in there. The receiver did a nice job of just hanging on to it.
Marshall moves in motion. Gets it off to the back.
And that's how you run against the nickel defense. You get this guy in here.
Yep. Yeah.
Because that linebacker is always going to shoot that gap. The formation is like hard-coded so that he shoots that gap.
Yep.
No matter what you do. So you have to fill the gap up somehow.
First down marker is just inside.
Well, I guess that you're the man when it comes to running the ball.
And bringing the safety down.
And you know
bringing
these,
both safeties
yeah,
down.
Well, they got everybody down there now.
You keep your drive going.
Yeah, you know, I think I'd bring both safeties down to the line in this situation too.
On the sideline.
Gets rid of it. Low throw, but he has it. Number 55 is the guy who's there to bring him.
You know, I think crowding the line gives you a better pass defense against long passes.
Well, the thing is, though, they can get away with it here because basically the only speed guy you have is Allen, and he's matched up against Damon Sawyer, right?
Yeah, who's their best player?
You know, like if you had, you know, like you got Rhodes, the left wide receiver there, already running the wheel route, and Mills on the other side, but neither of those guys are speed guys, right? They're both basically possession receivers.
Well, that's okay. We don't need speed wide receivers anyways. If you're too fast, you can't run your pass routes correctly.
I beg to differ on that one, but... But, you know, this is your trademark method of play, though, right? You throw those little dinky 6, 7, 8 yard passes, and you just keep the clock moving, and you keep the ball moving, right?
It's all about consistent yardage and first downs.
Yep.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Oh, that guy beat his block.
There's nowhere to go there because there's a guy behind him, too.
Yep.
I was going to turn to the inside, and she's like, well, there's nowhere to go there because there's a guy coming from behind.
You don't feel so bad about that, though, because at least that was not a non-block. You know, like that guy had to actually make a move to beat the guy that was blocking him.
Yeah.
Throwing. Perfect pass. Walker with the
And I would rather see that in this game, you know, where they have those players that basically just get missed at the line of scrimmage. I would rather see contact with the offensive lineman and then
where they just get beat cleanly.
Have them have to make some kind of move in order to beat them, right? And I mean, even if some of it is predetermined by a dice roll or whatever, they could have at least gone to the effort to
It's the pass off on the mark.
Sawyer you know, like do that, right?
Look at that, Damon Sawyer keeping easily out of the end zone.
Yep.
He does a great job of using his hands and not letting
Easley's got 5 catches already today.
I think he's become one of the best out there.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
I think we'll just dive ahead.
You don't think Parkman can run the off-tackle run or the sweep or
no,
whatever that is?
I don't think he'll be able to get outside.
That's okay. He'll just take it up the middle.
That's what he's there for.
Break a tackle. He uses a good linebacker, too, right?
Yeah, Parkman is just big. You know, if I could draft an offensive lineman and put him at fullback, I would.
How come that move towards speed in the backfield then?
Because I can't go towards size. I physically can't get guaranteed larger players at fullback. So I figure if I can't get larger players at fullback, and there's really not that much of a difference between a fullback and a halfback, then I'll just get halfbacks at fullback, specifically big halfbacks who can block.
They need to rethink their strategy on defense. Maybe blitz a little more, trying to create some additional pressure. They have to find a way to get this offense out of their rhythm.
I guess you could say I exhausted that avenue.
Well,
of course, I guess I could look for large tight ends, but those are actually kind of hard to find too. And they're not guaranteed to have good ball carrying. I could accept bad ball carrying from an offensive lineman. I couldn't accept it from a tight end.
oh, look at that. That's a loose ball.
Nice job, Roble. Oh, that's a huge loss, though.
Yep.
Look at a big old defensive lineman. He does a heck of a job of getting.
I just couldn't. I wasn't fast enough to catch up to it afterwards.
Thomas, the motion man.
Wow.
Just too slow.
Yep.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about
because he had to run over someone.
Yes, unfortunately, he had to run over someone.
3rd and long.
Ooh.
Throwing.
Oh, but the coverage wasn't there.
Wow, you know what? They dug themselves out of that deep hole, right?
Yep.
That was a really deep hole too.
I think he's most effective when they really need to catch. 3rd down, things like that. That's when he really shines out there.
It's 1st and 10.
Guess I should have recovered that fumble.
They'll go from the I formation. Gets the pass off. Turns. He has Mills. Sexton at the 44-yard line.
Now they're moving.
With a hot hand on this drive.
And what he's doing is sitting back there in the pocket.
I wonder if they got a momentum boost for recovering a fumble.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
That would be busted.
It's hard to say.
Pass play here on 1st down. Pressure. Throws it.
Oh, okay.
Out of bounds.
Too soon, and it missed the mark. The pass.
Yeah, he's
right.
basically running over the chain gang guy there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. This defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Pressure coming with the throw. This one falls incomplete. He dropped it.
And there's not one wide receiver who can ever claim that he's never dropped a pass. It's just part of the game.
Seventh play of this drive. The corners move up to play this one tight. Quick, the lone back. Under pressure.
Throwing it away early.
Yeah, well, he managed to complete it, but they're going to be a bit short. I actually played press coverage there, so...
I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
Even if that guy didn't break up the pass, he was nice and close to make that tackle and limit the game.
Yeah, because that play was actually 5 man-to-man, under 2.
Here's the kick.
So I figured, you know what, I'll just try and press and see if I can jam everybody at the line, right?
You know, they have a pretty good punter.
Yeah, they do. He's been doing a hell of a job today. I think I only managed to return 1, and it was only for a few yards, right?
Calling an audible now.
That being said, you might say that they're having a bad game if you're talking about how good their punter is.
He'll pass on 1st down with the pass.
Well, I don't think they're having a terrible game. I mean, certainly...
It's 2nd down and 4 to go.
Certainly their offense seems to be struggling a little bit. Defensively, I don't think they're playing too bad.
Number 35 in motion.
But
Well, there's nowhere to
Yeah.
go there.
But their biggest problem is that their defense is on the field too much, right? You know?
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%.
Poor
He's
Allen.
got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
Oh, you got to try out that package.
You want me to try out the package,
Well,
do you?
no, do what's comfortable with you,
We'll try out the package.
They need 5.
right?
Fast running backs, at least. Except Brandon can't catch, but you know.
Well, he's blocking in this play anyway, right? And you're probably going to throw it to Marshall anyhow.
Yep.
With the throw.
Oh, and he dropped it.
Wow.
Hit him in the hand.
That sucks.
Pretty good play call on that one. Everything happened.
Well, their defense got a little bit of help that time.
Yeah, scripted.
Nothing happening for the offense there, forced into a 3-and-out.
Oh, well, there's going to be no return on this one.
Here's the kick.
Beautiful. That's like a 50-plus yard punt out of bounds.
One out.
It needed to be.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Now we can talk about how good our punter is.
Dropping back to pass on.
How about we talk about how good Edwards is?
Oh, man. He just injured Landon Spence. Actually, did Landon Spence play for the Pigeons?
Yeah, I think he did, actually.
Yeah, he was Pigeons quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, he's still an all-Madden caliber player, though, because they're an aired-out team.
Yep, they were.
It's
An
second
air it
down,
out team.
15 to go.
Not sure who they got in there now.
The lone back.
Quick. Okay.
No, Quick is number 34 there.
Oh, okay. Who's number 3 there?
I got no idea.
Dropping
Nash. I think he's a rookie.
It's Ritter. Nice adjustment.
Well, he.
Makes the tackle.
Oh, okay. Somebody was cheating. That's why it went so well.
That's like the third holding penalty they've got this game.
Yeah, well, I've been putting them under a lot of pressure, right?
Long position.
So we'll have a 2nd and long after the penalty.
Yeah, they had to call a timeout because of that injury.
The quarterback
Yeah.
lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Okay, free shot for the right outside linebacker. Nope. Okay.
French pulls him down at the 14-yard line.
But Ben will make sure that fullback doesn't go anywhere.
It kind of looks like they're going to just try to run the clock out.
Here is a 3rd and long.
I'll help them with that if they really want to do it.
They line up in the I formation. Nash with a man in motion. Handed it off to the back. He was really hit hard on that ball.
Yeah, should I call the timeout, or do you want the control of them?
Oh, I'm gonna run the clock out unless I have something spectacular happen.
Well, they are punting from fairly deep in their own end, so.
The way I see it, we're 2 touchdowns ahead.
Nothing happening on that drive, and they'll punt it away.
I don't need to be greedy. And we'll get the ball back.
Well, you're still going to have the better part of a minute anyway.
True.
Probably from around midfield.
Here's the punt. And he chooses not to return this one. Ball right around midfield.
I'm trying to run the ball.
Yep.
Gets rid of it. He hits
Oh,
it.
look at this. Marshall's going to get a big gain.
Brings him down.
You might want to call a timeout now.
Powerful arm. Brings him a 1st down this time.
Oh, it looks like he'll be back. We didn't knock him out of the game or anything.
Really let it go.
Calling an audible. Pass play here on 1st down with the pass. And the catch is made. The receiver showing us soft hands on that reception.
The guy's been working really hard trying to improve. Looks like all
Yeah, I
that
really
extra
wasn't
work
looking
is
to
paying
do the 2-minute offense thing, but they wouldn't let me run the ball.
Convert for the 1st down.
This is all their fault.
Well, also, you managed to pick up that big gain on that pass to Marshall, right?
Safety on Allen.
Well, Marshall's wide open again. Oh, getting greedy.
That's a good job.
He had to do the
freezing his
Superman
back
dive to
play.
knock it away,
The
but
receiver can't make the catch.
it had a shot.
White comes in motion. Surveying the field with the pass.
Wow.
Yeah,
look
playing
at
a bit of a
that.
cushion there, Damon Sawyer.
Look at that. He just ran right over him, too. Wow.
2 more yards and they'll be in the
You think Marshall wants to win the win the Super Bowl or what?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's got 73 yards receiving in this game already.
Hand it off to the fullback.
Well, if you hurry, you should be able to get one more play
A
in.
lot of things to the table. But the thing I like the most is how prepared he always is. I mean, he can run and he can tackle. And he watches so much tape.
There you
Hartman will
go.
just put it in the other way.
What the
Yeah.
offense is going to run before they call the play.
Parkman's like, I don't know if I should celebrate or anything. I think I'll just stand here. He just stopped. And
Yeah,
ran.
he just stopped and just stood there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, that's a thing. I scored a touchdown. Nothing to see here. Nothing that I haven't done, 100 times or so already in my career.
Yeah, more than any other fullback in the league.
Yeah, I think it was actually the rushing touchdown leader for the franchise until Calvin Allen came along, right?
Yeah.
The home team are lined up for the kickoff.
Well, that's okay. He did a good job.
And that's because, even though I'm not much of a running the ball kind of guy, when I get inside the 5-yard line, like my opponent's 5-yard line, I don't pass anymore, right?
Yeah, well, that's because it's dangerous.
Yeah, I just hammer it straight ahead, and try my best to
So they have first and 10
force it ahead a yard at a time, right?
Langer, the motion man. Millen slips the tackle. You could hear the collision.
Yeah, it looks like they're not doing too much of anything there. They're just going to let the clock run out to the halftime.
If they were going to run the clock, they should have just let me run the clock.
Yeah. You know what? We're in the driver's seat here. I can't believe after a scoreless first quarter, we completely dominated the second quarter. But anyway, it must be time for the halftime stretch.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes, and you know what? I was just commenting to you off camera that Landon Spence is not having that bad of a game, statistically speaking.
Yeah, he's got 69% percentage pass completion. And he's only thrown 13 passes.
Yeah.
But they've had a ton of penalties.
Well, they've had a ton of penalties, and also that one pass deflection by Roble at the line that turned into a backward pass.
Yeah, and even the first pass of the game was also backwards, although that one got completed.
Yeah.
Now they've racked up more penalties than points in this one so far.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. The holding penalties, too, seem to have been hurting them, right?
Yep. Well, we're going to run the ball a little bit.
Going to run the ball a little bit.
Created problems in the backfield on that one. Let's go to Jill Aaron.
And in the first half, of course, Adam Parkman got 2 rushing touchdowns. That's why he wasn't excited on that last one, because he'd already done it once. Been there, done that, you know.
And that could mean a lot more blitzing.
Jill Arrington with her sideline.
More blitzing than they usually do?
Number 86.
Well, you got a little bit of blocking help that time.
Yeah, that makes up for the first rushing attempt.
This is one of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
They've executed very well on third down so far.
Well.
Big reason why they're ahead at the moment.
See if Parkman can lead the way for you there.
White
Well, he did get a block. It's just I got hit by the rear side pursuit there.
Yeah.
Run the ball, keep the clock moving.
In fact, he did a good job running that safety off the line.
So it's better to run. That way you keep the clock moving and decrease the chances of defense making a big play.
This one is shallow and short. That one slips.
Oh, he mishandled it. You got it. That's a touchdown for Travis Wade.
Wow.
Okay, this game I think is officially over now.
That was awful. That was absolutely awful.
Yep.
Special teams like that, it makes your team a bigger threat because it's one more way to break the game.
Yeah, well, now I think that it's 28-0, and I think they're done. Right?
Yeah, they just got crushed.
Comes in to attempt the point after.
Unfortunately, that didn't take a lot of time off the clock.
Well, that's okay. You weren't supposed to be taking time off the clock anyway. I mean, you were supposed to be punting it away to them, and they were either going to let it land and roll or call a fair catch, right?
You should always be taking time off the clock.
Booming kick downfield.
Okay, that's gonna...
That'll be a touchback.
Yeah.
That was a big mistake. Big mistake on the special teams there.
Yeah, really should call a fair catch on those. Not try to field them.
Ball on their own 20. Give it to the halfback. Carswell pulls him down.
Kind of surprised that they're trying to run the ball there. Really.
Well, bad things happen when you go to the air. I mean, they did throw a backwards pass.
Yeah.
Okay, just don't run to the left.
Well, look at that. I got that pressure. Oh! He tipped it to another receiver.
Well, that was unusually exciting. Wow.
Wow. Well, that was a break for them.
When the quarterback calls your number, you want to make sure you
Wow,
make the catch and don't mess something up.
Tips it to another.
You gotta listen to John, all according to plan.
Yeah, everything's all according to plan. Yeah, we just knew that was going to happen.
They had them out on the beach with the volleyball before the game.
Oh, boy.
Number 95 makes the tackle.
Good job.
Yep, well, just keep following the ball, right?
It just goes to show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
Second and 7.
Oh, they're closing in on them.
Yep.
Great job getting in there to drag the quarterback down.
You can't hold the ball that long.
He'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
After the sack, they'll be looking at 3rd and long here.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Throws it.
Well, that was pretty well covered. Yep.
Somehow got that pass off.
He knew he didn't have
Yeah, I
much
don't think
time,
I would have thrown
and he
that one.
decided to get rid of the ball
No,
quickly
that
on
was a dangerous pass. Luckily, it was Mills on the coverage there, and the ball just bounced off his hands.
That's right, because he can't catch with a shit.
That being said, though, in the Lifers Practice League, I have a cornerback that we don't have on the Lifers.
Oh, yeah?
Like the actual real Lifers. Just because the Practice League has kind of diverged in it, and gone in a different direction.
Yep.
The guy's got speed to burn, but I was counting and he missed 6 tackles in one game.
Ouch.
Because he also happened to be like the leading guy on the kickoff return coverage.
Diving tackle at the 21-yard line. Trying to move the ball on the ground.
A running attack that is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the
And
pace of the game.
you don't see Crusaders cornerbacks missing tackles out there. Not very often.
They just come out in the nickel 3-3-5 against this.
Yep, they did.
Number 47 goes in motion. Hand off to the tailback.
Well, they have a lot of guys out there that are not being blocked. That was non-blocking there, right?
Well, we still gained yards on that play.
Yeah, for at least one of those guys, that was non-blocking,
When
right?
it comes to third down conversions.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Gonna throw the curl to Parkman.
Probably not.
Looking
Oh,
for a
fuck.
receiver.
Okay, well,
Well,
whatever.
you managed to fit it in there, but you're not gonna get a first down out of that.
Yo, it looked like that guy cut up to the line when I started moving up towards the line of scrimmage, and that was his problem there. That's what made that pass work. He was probably coming up to tackle me because he saw I was scrambling around.
Yep. Well, the last punt that you did like this was 55 yards out of bounds.
That one's not so good.
Yeah, not quite.
I had to rush that a little because I was on short for time.
Yeah, you still managed to get 40 or so yards net on that one, though, too, I think.
So they have first and 10 here.
Oh, boy, did I get shoved out of the way.
Number 50 makes the play at the 42. Picked up 9 on the play.
Well, this running game is working out for them.
Yeah, oddly enough.
They should do it more often.
Well, actually, they did run the ball a fair bit, almost as much as they passed anyways in the first half. It's just that they didn't really get a lot of success at it,
Quarterback
right?
set with only one back behind him.
I guess that's a defensive lineman and man coverage there.
Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. Number 20 with the tackle at the 49. Johnny had a big speed advantage.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's a good straight line runner, so you can't let him get behind you. If you do, then there aren't going to be too many guys who are going to be able to run and catch him.
Quick, lines up behind his fullback in the eye.
Well, Jamie Boston play a little defensive tackle there, hey?
He can manage it. Oh, Perry.
Oh,
Listen, I know you love hitting people, but you gotta, like, not tear their head off after.
well, at least he injured him.
Yeah, true.
Sideways like that, I bet he
If you're going to take a big penalty like that, at least make sure the guy can't play anymore, right?
Well, Cedric Perry isn't on the payroll because he's a nice guy.
Nope, he isn't. He's not a nice guy.
Tosses it left.
Oh, now they're going to run the toss.
Fumble!
And the backup running back loses the ball, and Ben French recovers it.
Wow. And I'm pretty sure that was a fumble, too. That just popped right out.
with turnovers is the difference in the Super Bowl.
Let's see if I can run the ball some now, huh?
Despite very little success running on first down, they still lead.
See, that 15-yard face mask was a very key play. That knocked the guy out, and they had to put the backup in, and he couldn't take care of the ball.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Jenkins, great athlete.
Man, my passing game is just not together today.
Yeah, receivers love playing.
Well, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, you're not doing too bad.
Something he's always had. Good rotation and a soft touch.
Number 35, the man in motion. They give it to the halfback.
Ooh, nice.
Sawyer is the guy who's
Yeah, if Damon Sawyer hadn't caught me from behind there, that was daylight.
Yep.
Hey, nice job up front.
Because I was going to cut to the right next.
And allowing him to get a
Well,
good
he's
run
going to
for
be
a first
back,
down.
but, they have to shoot a little horse tranquilizer into those back muscles. And
That's right.
Marshall, the motion man. Allen,
oh,
Black, with the
How about that? You plug the hole and block that guy, and he still managed to find his way out there to stop that run.
Yeah, well, the way that our right tackle blocked that guy, he blocked him directly into my path, and it's like, come on, man.
Looks like he's changing the play. Number 35 moves in motion. They'll go with the run once again. Hughes makes the stop at the 42.
Well, they appear to have slowed down our scoring, at least here in the third quarter, after giving up 3 touchdowns in the second quarter.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Changing the play now.
But I think time is running out for them.
Directing traffic. Hand it off to the back.
Well, you managed to speed around them there.
Yeah, with how hard he just got
Couldn't quite make it to the first down marker, though.
Not quite.
Time off the clock with the lead. What do you think, John? Are we too conservative here?
Maybe you want to give the other team
That'd be a 56-yard field goal.
You might have enough leg for it.
Inside a dome.
Yeah. Try it. You're not going to know unless you try.
True.
53 yards. This is like you've
53
kicked,
yards.
Yeah, you've kicked a field goal this long before.
All right, we'll try it.
53-yard attempt.
Yeah, you made this one. In fact, you kicked a 53-yard field goal this season.
Through the uprights and good.
All right. Yeah, with a kicker this good, they just can't keep us off the board.
Yep. Well, basically, they have to keep you outside the 40-yard line, right? If they're going to stop you from scoring at all.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know what? You saved that one for when it didn't really matter so much, right?
From the 5-yard line.
Well, I guess they're at the 20. Doesn't really matter.
Yep.
So they have 1st and 10 here. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Quick.
Oh, he ran away from me. See, he's back. Eh?
Yeah, but at least you got a piece of him there.
Yeah, he just ran right through the tackle, though.
It's 2nd down and 3 to go. Quick, the lone back.
Oh, look at that. There's Edwards sacking the quarterback again.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. Let me tell you.
I love that. That's actually very, very good. You see how I end up with like a 6-man line when I man lock?
Yep.
And it just seems to create confusion on the offensive line, right?
Yeah, because they don't know who's a rusher and who's a pass coverage guy.
That's right.
3rd and long.
Yeah, and you can't win if you can't convert 3rd down.
Closing in.
Oh, they had a guy get away from the jam there, eh?
At the 36-yard line. Perfect pass.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, and he's running a drag on top of that.
Yeah. Danny Jones, he beats Danny Jones on the...
Well, Danny Jones isn't the biggest player on the team.
Yep.
That might have worked against him there.
It's 1st and 10.
He's usually pretty good at that kind of coverage, but...
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. He is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 37. Gain of 2.
Everybody's getting some statistics today.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. 9 yards to go.
You give Pete a little bit of time on the field too, eh?
Pressure, throws it. The 50. He hits his receiver. Mills makes the stop at the 47-yard line. Spence fires it in there for a 1st down.
Oh, he really puts the mustard on that one. That's what
Well, this is how these drives have been going for them, though, is they move the ball for a little bit, and then they tend to stall out.
Sixth play of this drive.
Well, that was the last play of the third quarter here, I think, because they can't get this one off.
So we've reached the end of the
Well,
third
we're
quarter.
one quarter away from being the champs again.
31.
Yeah, well, they can't score.
We'll start
Yep.
the fourth quarter.
They really should have let me run the clock out at halftime.
Well, they actually had a couple of pretty big mishaps in this game that changed the way things... The center just jumped.
Flag on the play.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't see how the guy who is supposed to start the play can jump early.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, yeah.
The ball would go flying past the quarterback, right?
Only one man in the backfield. Gets rid of it.
Well, they managed to fill everything in there.
Yeah, and got a hook out.
Pull that pass in.
Yep.
The receiver never took his eyes
See, that's what you're trying to get with your hookouts, I bet.
Something like that, yeah.
Inside the 37.
A way to, like just have another pass route available. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, how was that not a fumble?
Yeah, it's a great play because
Just an
Oh,
incomplete
okay.
pass.
It was a sack. No, they're ruling it a sack, but I guess they're ruling that he was down. They're ruling him down by contact or something, right?
This is the eighth play of this drive.
Or something.
9 yards to go.
Yeah, or something, but yeah.
Only one man back. Pressure coming. Throws it.
Well, they gave us a little bit of unfair officiating earlier with the pass defense.
Looks
so-
like they're going on fourth down now.
Well, they have no choice.
Yes, they pretty much don't.
If there's any hope of winning this game for them at all, or even coming back, it would have to be now. In fact, they probably should have gone on fourth down in the third quarter.
Not a lot of
Probably.
options here. They have to take a shot and go for it. Under pressure. Throwing.
And Danny Jones picks off the pass.
Wow.
See that what I did there though is I was bringing the blitz.
Yep.
Right? Here we go. First time in this game like I'll do this sometimes against 4 and 5 wide receiver
Yeah,
sets.
it's the classic trap.
Because I know that they don't have adequate pass protection to pick up all of the pass rushers from one side, right? So, and then I shifted the linebackers this way because that guy is actually playing a deep zone too, right?
Yep.
Like the linebacker over here.
Yep. So he'll shade to that side now.
So exactly. And then I've got Danny Jones starting off in the middle here because I swap him and Carswell so that Carswell's down near the line, right?
Yep.
And here we go. That is the classic trap right there. And got the corner on the outside playing a big cushion, so if Danny misses this, well, then at least we've still got a guy there to make the tackle, right?
That's right.
And we go back to the game.
Well, shall we try running the ball a little bit here?
Sure, why not? And just as a little bit of trivia there, now Danny Jones has had an interception in each of our 3 playoff games.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Gets it off to the back. Black is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 34-yard line. So a gain of about 1. They need to get the ball inside the 26-yard line to convert for the first down.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of offense in this game, right?
Looks like he's changing the
Like
play.
even your totals are very low, right?
Sarah moves in motion.
Linebacker in the gap. Oh,
You know, I was trying to fill it up with Sarah there.
Ah.
Didn't have much to work
Not that I
with.
had much luck.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count.
Well, at this point, I don't think you really need to worry too much about passing the ball anymore.
To keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
Sarah goes in motion.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that guy
like,
just,
wow.
he just slashed right through the line. This would be a 55-yard field goal if you tried this.
Making a heck of a defensive play.
It's 4th and a mile, so out comes the punter. Here's the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
He's going to let it bounce into the end zone.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Spence sends a man in motion. Dives and makes the tackle. 4-yard gain on the play.
Well, I have to say that on defense, at least, our stars have played today, right?
Yep.
All the star players have gotten done something good.
Closing in.
Ooh.
Well, except for Calvin Allen, though I guess he hasn't turned the ball over.
No, I said on defense, though, right?
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
5-yard gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, Cedric Perry really. It's too bad he didn't do more of a number on quick.
Well, like I said, you know what? If you're going to take a major foul penalty, well, make sure you hurt the guy, right?
Drops back, stepping up, throwing.
Ooh, that could have been a fumble, too.
Picking up the rush that time, and he gets off a bad throw.
When you let the defense get into your backfield that quickly,
Yeah, it was just a bad throw, man.
things are going to happen to you.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up the punt. Here's the kick. And he chooses not to return this one. So we have 1st and 10 here. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Where are you going?
He always displays great awareness, and he gets
Wow.
it there and brings him down for a loss.
I'll tell you, he might
What the
be one
hell
of the
was
smartest
that?
linebackers in the NFL right now.
Man.
About the only thing I can say is, at least at this point in the game, we have a big lead. So I guess when dumb things like that happen, it doesn't really matter so much, right?
Hand it off to the back. Sawyer takes him down at the 48, and that's a gain of about 8. 2 yards to go.
Yeah, this should be a low-scoring game. I don't know how we managed to amass 31 points.
He sees something in the defense. And he'll get the call. Allen just
Well, it looks like you made it.
charging ahead.
They gave it to you.
I love this kind of football, and that play was a perfect example of how it worked. Just put the guy in front of you on the ground and power it home.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Allen. He shakes a defender, and he just got
I love that. I run over the linebacker, but I can't run over Damon Sawyer.
Nope, he finished you off.
Unmovable object. Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
Marshall comes in motion. Give it to the halfback.
Hey, look at that. He actually blocked somebody.
Yeah, he blocked the guy that Rhodes didn't block.
Yep.
First down. That's the second time on this drive he's been able to move the chains.
Well, now you're starting to move the ball a little bit, but maybe we broke their hearts with that last couple of series that they had on
Number
offense,
35,
right?
The motion man gets the call.
Or maybe not.
White couldn't
Or
get
maybe
out of the
not.
backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Calling an audible. Number 35 moves in motion. Hand it off. Stop behind the line. Lost a couple. He's there to make yet another outstanding defensive play.
He made a name for himself with plays like that. He's one of those guys that every defensive coordinator would love to have on his team. He's smart, he plays with good intensity, and he's a heck of a leader on and off the field.
Well, just going to dive it up the middle, are you? Running the ball against the dime.
Hand it off to the back. Black with the tackle at the 37. Gain of 2.
Just keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah, just keeping the ball on the ground. Well, this one will be your longest field goal attempt of the season.
Well, we'll see if I can do it.
John, but it's a little surprising to see him in from this distance.
Nope.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
And it's on its way.
Oh, didn't miss it by much.
First and 10. Quick in the backfield. Looking for the deep pass down the right side. This pass is
Nope, not going to get that one.
great arm, but that pass was just a little
Yeah, that was overthrown, but to everybody.
Yes, it was.
He can make all the throws. The short ones, the medium ones, the long ones. This guy can do it all. Now, he'll struggle with his consistency every now and then, but they sure could do a heck of a lot worse at this quarterback position.
Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver.
Yeah, they could have Amos Paris.
Oh, I threw it. You were sitting here watching, and I threw a beautiful 58-yard long bomb touchdown with Amos Paris.
Oh my God!
In the Lifers practice
Yeah, it was a
league.
bullet
Yep.
pass.
Yeah, well, it looked more like a lame duck, but you know what? He dropped it right into the receiver's hands running that deep corner route. Like it was absolutely perfectly placed.
I'm pretty sure the only reason the receiver caught that pass was because that bullet pass was thrown with so much loft on it and so much lob on it that the defender just couldn't get at it. Because Amos Paris has absolutely no arm whatsoever.
There's no question they're trying to convert here on 4th down. Pressure, crosses it right.
Nice, knocked down.
Yep. Well, they tried Gooden's side there, and
they were looking for a big play on 4th down, but he gets up there and knocks it away.
I don't know about throwing the long bomb on 4th down and 10 anyways. I mean, personally, I think I would rather try and throw something that's a little more high percentage, right?
Oh, come on, you've got to block Damon Sawyer.
Couldn't find an opening, was brought down very quickly.
Well, he's racked up probably a dozen tackles in this game.
He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole. And he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
Mills goes in motion. Off again. Seymour.
We're just getting manhandled on the line there.
Yep. Yeah, really, this game should be much closer than it is. I don't know why it isn't, right?
But they dug themselves into a hole here, a long 3rd down situation. And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on 3rd down. Number 86 in motion. White.
Somebody unblocked from the outside again.
Yeah, well, we have a guy whose responsibility is to get that guy.
Yeah, he just ran right by him.
Literally.
And then Parkman saw him, but he was too far away to do anything about it.
Yo, I think it wasn't Parkman's responsibility to get that guy.
That was Golston's block, yeah. Oh, well. Like I said, I'm really surprised that this isn't a closer game than it is.
It's in the game.
For the punt return.
Actually, in the second half here, we've you know, if you take away that mishandled punt, this is basically a 3-0 game, right? Oh, look at that. Oh.
He tripped over him.
Yeah, tripped over him. That's twice in one game that's happened, though, right? I think that's a game design flaw, though, right? Because, you know, players, at least even within the same game, should learn from experience.
With the carry, solid hit, just punched.
And the thing is, when you get hit like that, it's like having a bumblebee in your helmet. You just can't.
And that's something that was just introduced in this game. You can't use that short punt tactic in Madden 04, right?
That's right.
Because the punt returner actually is able to move up and actually return those, and they can turn those into touchdowns because your coverage team is still being heavily blocked by the time he fields that punt, right?
Yep.
So in Madden 04, you're better off angling it up high and making it hang up there for like 4 or 5 seconds so you can get down there and cover it, right?
Which is the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, well, in real life, that's the way it's supposed to happen. But, oh, look at that. Broke a tackle, and now you got a touchdown.
Here's how they get in on that one. They just can't bring him down. He plows into the end zone for the score.
The kick is up. The point answer is good.
However, the pooch extra point works in pretty much all of these games.
Yeah, well, it's the one way that you can fight off that, like kick meter that seems to not behave consistently, right?
All of that one, a great kick.
Even in this game, you've had a couple of really horrible-looking kicks,
It
right?
sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one. But it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better.
But I think this one is pretty much over now.
Ball on their own 20. Out of the gun. Passing on first down.
Wow, that was a hot potato pass.
Makes the tackle
Yep.
at the 32. Directing traffic.
Well, okay.
Pressure
Look at the
coming.
protection there. Wow.
Down he goes at the 44-yard line. And they hurry up to the line. The corners are moving up to press the receivers. He's rid of it.
Oh, he missed it.
Makes the tackle at the 42-yard line. Looks like they'll go with the hurry up here. They'll pass on first down. Passing to the left.
Look at that.
And this pass
Wow.
is completed.
Yeah,
How
how,
is he-
did he get it out
How
there?
is he doing that? Okay, well, we're going to put a stop to that.
Stops the clock there.
We need to put something else out there on the field.
About 2 to go. Quick, the lone setback. Thomas comes in motion. Under pressure. What an impact. Great
Yeah,
play for that.
just give him something else to think about here.
They had a wide receiver in the fullback position.
Yeah,
Time is
well,
working
they
against
were they were just trying to get something together, right? Okay, well,
a little over a minute left.
they're gonna go on 4th down.
Difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it. Pressure.
And they're gonna get sacked on 4th down.
Look here, this is not what a quarterback is supposed to do
Wow.
on 4th down. It's
Ben
your last
French
shot.
comes in
Go
there
for
and
it.
puts him
Just Throw
down.
it up there and give your guy a shot.
Ben French gets the horse trailer player of the game with 3 sacks and a fumble recovery. Look at that.
Yeah, he had a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Gets the call.
Well, he's also the won best defensive lineman this season, so yep. He's been consistently good
That's just
the whole season.
Game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call.
Ben French is the Super Bowl MVP. I guess that's been that kind of game, though, right? Like, usually you end up with an offensive player, a quarterback, or a halfback being the MVP.
Yeah, but the offense really underperformed here.
Handed off to the back. Number 55 brings him down at the 44.
Well, they came out, though, and they're playing tough defense, right? Their biggest problem, I think, was that their offense just couldn't, get any kind of sustained success, right?
Yeah, even with that good quarterback.
Yeah, well, like I said, his numbers were actually pretty good too, right?
Kansas City 38, Arizona 0.
Well, I got a shutout in the Super Bowl, so there.
That'll never happen for me.
Well, I don't know. You were looking pretty good there in the Lifers game that we played. I think you got a shutout in that game, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Well, there you go. We've six-peated.
Crazy. There's Joe Winters.
Yeah, well, he had a very quiet season, really.
Yeah, well, no news is good news, though, right?
Yeah.
It means if you don't see him a lot, he's not doing a bad job, right? He's not the guy we're pointing out on the line of scrimmage who's getting pushed back 5 yards.
Yep, that's true. Well, you completed 80% of your passes. So if we look at the statistics here, really, there wasn't a whole lot of offense, right? On either side of the ball.
Yeah, in spite of the number of points.
I think that this was all about the D today. Big D, little O.
Yep.
Because I think you also got you got to start with the ball in their half of the field quite a bit too, right?
Yeah, well, near the end there too, I was just running the ball to run out the clock.
Yeah, and we did force 4 turnovers.
But they're a well-coached team. They couldn't do anything on offense.
No, they were screwing up, and they had a couple of really bad breaks. But look at that, 17 of 20 for 152 yards. But Calvin Allen only got 2.6 yards per carry, and White 2.7. They were tough against the run, right?
Yep.
See, this is the kind of game, though, where I'd be kind of okay with if I got rushing numbers like that.
That's the worst rushing game of the season.
Yeah, for you, just about, yeah. And so Marshall and Easley caught 11 passes between the two of them. Marshall was the big offense star in this one.
He's just the guy who happened to come open.
Yeah, well, he also got the 24-yard gain on that pass, too, after breaking that tackle, right? And, of course, blocking. Well, look at Marshall with 4 pancake blocks, too. Wow.
Yeah, he really wanted to win, man.
Yeah, he was playing.
It wasn't him on the right side of the line that was doing a bad job.
No, I think Marshall was your best offensive player, actually, this one.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah. There's Ben French with 5 tackles, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery. And Danny Jones with 5 tackles and an interception.
Yep.
He panned out pretty much the way that I hoped he would, right?
Yeah, he got a lot of interceptions this season. Almost one a game, or maybe even slightly more than one a game?
He finished with 7 in the regular season and got 3 more in the playoffs. Okay. So basically a total of 10 interceptions.
Yeah. Still, though, I think that's like near the top of the league.
Well, that was... I believe he was tied for second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was tied for second in the league in interceptions. And Jerome Edwards got 2 sacks, and Dwayne Matthews got a sack from the defensive tackle position.
Go Dwayne Matthews.
Yeah. So we managed to sack him 5 times. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pass deflections as well. And Jameel Jefferson got the forced fumble there that Ben French recovered.
Well, he's always a star.
Yep. Well, he had a quiet game. He had 4 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss and a forced fumble, right? Which is a quiet game for him. And Travis Wade gets a defensive touchdown on the special teams.
It's his only stat in this game.
It's his only stat in this game, but you know what? He scored the touchdown. And yeah, you missed a field goal, but that was the longest field goal you had. I think the longest field goal you ever attempted, right? At 55 yards or whatever that was.
54, I think.
54.
But yeah, I just badly kicked it. Looks like I could have made it.
Yeah, you could have. You just missed to the left just a little bit. And of course, Wilkes with his net average was a little bit lower, but you were punting from inside their 40-yard line quite a bit. And you did get that 155-yard punt out of bounds, right?
Yep.
So Landon Spence ended up completing 20 of 32. So he, when was the last time you saw a quarterback complete 62% of his passes against me?
Pretty uncommon.
Yeah. So he, statistically speaking, he didn't have a terrible game, right? He had the 1 interception. Then he got roughed up a little bit, right? But, he played better than most quarterbacks that we play against. It's just that they're...
Yeah, I guess if you get sacked 6 times, you can't really pin the blame for losing the game on you.
No. And that interception even was probably a result of pressure as well, right? So... and they also, maybe could have run the ball a little bit more, surprisingly enough. When they did start giving Quick the ball a little bit more, they started to, get the game a little bit somewhat under control. Unfortunately, they were already down by 4 scores by the time they started to do that, right?
Yep.
And catching the ball, he spread it around a bit. And they do have some good players on offense. They got 2, like the wide receiver in the Pro Bowl, a tight end in the Pro Bowl, right? And I think, Landon Spence is in the Pro Bowl too, so they only had 1 drop pass.
And oddly enough, they had a lot of pancake blocks too.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know what went wrong for them on offense. I really don't.
Look at this. The middle linebacker, Jevon Black, with 16 tackles, right?
Wow.
Damon Sawyer with 8. And Jerome Walker. And by the way, Walker and Sawyer are also Pro Bowl players, right?
Probably got there from tackling Kelvin Allen.
Yeah. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 tackles for loss. No sacks. Well, because you don't throw the ball, really. They did have that 1 pass deflection, and that's on that first pass that you threw.
Oh, yeah, where I hit the guy.
Where you hit the guy. And luckily, he didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't even intend to throw it to him. I just, got my buttons mixed up.
Yeah, and they didn't even try a field goal. And they punted. So, there you go. They had 3 lost fumbles in this game. 2 of them on the special teams. So I would say that's what killed them, was their special teams play.
Yep.
Because on offense, well, statistically on offense, they should have done better than they did, I think. Because,
penalties.
They did move the ball some.
But all those penalties.
And also it seemed like as soon as they got over midfield and toward the 40-yard line, all of a sudden things fell apart for them every single time, right?
Yep.
But anyway, we are the champions, and here we go. We'll end the game. There's Ben French winning the Super Bowl MVP honors.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And he was well-deserved.
Yep, that's right. And we're going to be seeing plenty of Ben French next season because by the looks of it, your new system leans very heavily on the defensive ends.
Yeah, he might actually end up playing in the middle for me.
Yeah, well, that's like I said, you seem to have migrated to a 2 defensive lineman system.
That's right.
And you like to have the defensive ends on there for their pass rushing and coverage abilities.
That's right, because they're a bit easier to drop back into a deep zone if I need to.
So the Crusaders have 5 defensive tackles that aren't going to see the field next year.
Well, whose fault is that?
Well, you saw the way I played this year, though, right?
Yeah.
You know, like I had 3 defensive tackles on the field quite a lot of the time, right?
Yeah, they're going to be going like the defensive coordinator is schizophrenic.
But anyway, well, no, he just likes to change things up from one year to the next just so teams don't get used to what we're doing, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess everyone is going to get a chance to get a preview of what next season's going to look like when we play the Pro Bowl, which is what's coming up next.
Indeed.
So until then, I'm Sandman99.
And I'm Rick V5. Have a good one.